President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill Biden will head to Maui on Monday. The president will get a first-hand look at the devastation left behind by the wildfires that have killed more than 100 people and devastated the community. And over a week after the fires, Maui's emergency management chief has resigned. My colleague Miguel Almaguer is on the ground with the latest.
All right, we're going to follow Squad 3 down here.
As the grim search for the missing approaches its 11th day and the death toll continues to climb, tonight Maui's top emergency management official has resigned. Citing health reasons, Herman Andaya has stepped down amid withering criticism. He literally failed to sound the alarm.
Do you regret not sounding the sirens?
I do not.
As the nation's deadliest fire in more than a century ripped through Lahaina, Andaya never activated the emergency sirens most often used for tsunami warnings, saying had he done so, he feared the public would have moved towards the fire in the hills.
Counties in the state of Hawaii will tell you that sirens have not been used for brush fires.
But Maui County's website lists wildfires among the very hazards sirens can be used for.
The siren is instant, immediate. It's going off. Something's going on. I'm alert. It's sort of difficult to believe that you would be compelled to run toward flame.
Amid the growing frustration, a new NBC News review of public meeting records found Andaya repeatedly downplayed the use of sirens, calling them a last resort.
If I would have had access to that button, I would have pushed it.
Do you think the sirens going off would have saved lives?
I do, yeah.
Andaya's resignation comes as Hawaiian Electric faces multiple lawsuits alleging the utility is to blame for igniting the fires. The power company says it doesn't comment on pending litigation, stressing the causes of the fires have not been determined. It comes as the death toll balloons to well over 100, with more than half the burn zone searched.
I'm heartbroken, bro. I'm heartbroken. Words cannot explain because I keep hearing of, people I know that I care about is still unattended for.
Evan Peterson is with the Red Cross and joins us from Maui tonight. Evan, what are you hearing from people who live there?
We are hearing that they are dealing and living still the trauma from the other week. That is one of our major points of assistance right now, is helping people, senior citizens to young children, process the horrific things that they've gone through. I mean, just seeing these images, my heart breaks for these people who, even days after, are still struggling to find the words to express how they're feeling. And we're doing our best with spiritual and mental, emotional care to help them process this in a healthy way and help them get back on their feet.
It is hard to process what happened, why it happened, whether or not there was some of it that could have been prevented. And as you heard in that package there, many people saying they still have loved ones that are unaccounted for. In terms of physical goods, what are the biggest needs and demands in Maui right now?
Right now, one of the biggest needs we're still seeing from people is connectivity. We've talked about this process of trying to connect people back with their family, their friends, their other loved ones. This fire didn't just destroy people's homes, businesses, community centers, but it destroyed essential pieces of the infrastructure. So right now, as we are helping people who come to our shelters, who come and speak and call our hotline, trying to connect with family, friends, loved ones, we are helping with that connection process. But as you can see, the destruction is pretty massive. So trying to reach people, some of them who may even still be in these areas, it's just hard to get that connectivity through.
Evan, it's my understanding that one of the main things the Red Cross is working on is getting people from shelters to hotel rooms. Why is that so important in this moment?
So this is a process that we have worked with the governor's office, with county officials, and with local municipal leaders, as well as the residents who have been staying and spending the night in our emergency shelters. They want a more comfortable place to start their recovery process. We can certainly understand that our congregate shelters with so many people isn't for everybody. So these hotels, motels that people will be moving into are a temporary solution to this problem. And we look forward to having the conversations with them. Once they are in a more comfortable place for them, we can continue the conversation about what next steps in healing looks like.
A long road to recovery. Evan Peterson, thank you so much for your time.